Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Success, brought to you by Emerald is Digital, the predictive ROI company. My name is Dami Olarawaju and I'm the lead consultant at the agency. So guys, before we go further into our conversation today, I'd like you to subscribe to our channel on YouTube and turn your notification on so that you can get our latest content as it's dropping every week. We have loads of content that we want to give you, but you need to turn your notification on. And I also like you to follow us on all our social media platform at Emerald is Digital on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Guys, we have lots of things that we'll be giving you. Today, we're going to be talking about something very important to the success of your business, and you cannot afford to miss this section. Secondly, you have to wait and watch this video through to the end. It's a short video because there are a lot of offers that we're going to be giving you from our company. So guys, let's get into it. So today I want to talk about how do you pick and serve profitable clients or customers. The key word being profitable, because I've seen a lot of businesses, even we ourselves, we have struggled with this in the past, where you don't exactly know how to profile your customers, the one that will give you the kind of profit that would make your business sustainable. So today we're going to be looking at how do you exactly pick and serve profitable customers. And this happens at the strategy phase of any marketing campaign. There are essentially two things woven into one, right? Is to identify what we call the buyer's profile, then the buyer's persona. If you've watched our previous videos, I've emphasized on that, but today I really want to drill down into what it takes, the step that you need to take for you to be able to properly get this right. So now the thing about this two concepts of buyer's profile and buyer's persona is that if you are a business-to-business concern, which means you service businesses, right, you need to take note of the two at the same time. That's the buyer's profile, which talks about the industry, the size of the company, their revenue base, and the rest. But particularly, you also need to drill down, because inside a business, people make decisions. So the buyer's persona now talks about individuals that are key decision maker in that business. However, if you're a business to consumer concern, that means business to consumer, that you just need to take care of your personas, as the case may be, right? When we begin to talk about how buyers make buying decisions, their psychographics, their demographics, where they stay, where they reside, how they make a buying decision. Are they millennials? Are they baby boomers? And all of those things, right? So you need to do all of these things so that you can be able to know the kind of people you can go for in an industry and be able to choose carefully the most profitable ones, because not all customers are profitable. Otherwise, you will just waste your time and energy. Number two, you cannot, by the virtue of maybe your internal core competence, there are some businesses that you are not positioned to serve. So this helps you to get out of the frustration of trying to chase all. You can't chase all in every market. Or otherwise, if you want to chase all, then you need to identify their persona, the different entities that exist. That means more like saying customers in each industry, because you have to talk to them differently. Now let's focus on the buyer's profile, which is specific to business concern. So one of the things that you have to decide early on as an entrepreneur or as a business manager is which industry are we going to serve. And this talks about the advantage of niching down to industry. For example, you might say, I want to serve tech industry or insurance industry. And now do you come about all these things? Number one, you have to check the potential viability or visibility of that industry. What level of growth are they in that particular industry? So for example, telecoms industry in Nigeria is a booming industry, but there are some industries that have reached their plateau and they are coming down. So if you're a new business, for example, try to break into that market, it might not be profitable or it will be very stressful. So you need to be able to decide what type of industry you want to go for. Also, more importantly, will be to choose the size of the business. So there are different kind of businesses. You have the micro businesses, you have the small businesses, you have the medium scale businesses, and you have large corporations. And to be able to deal with all of them require different skill set. For example, decision in large organization takes time. The issue of procurement too. So for example, in an SME, the businesses, they are swift to respond, maybe to a proposal, to an inquiries, or to a business solution. And in that kind of businesses, then you primarily need to be targeting the CEO. However, if you're targeting a large corporation, you will need to target the C-suite, the senior manager, and most of the time you might not even have direct access as contact and leads initially when you're getting into the company. So you might need maybe some junior level management staff that will connect you to some senior level management, that will connect you to one of the C-suite, maybe the CMO or the CFO. So you need to mind all of those things when you are building your buyer's profile. You must be able to segment them properly. That you're serving small business does not mean you can't serve the large corporation. All we're just saying is that you need to profile them because you need different approach to be able to get businesses from them. Now, as a B2B concern also, you need to also be mindful of the buyer's persona, which are individuals making decisions in that organization. The users might not be influencers. The influencers might not be the decision maker. In other words, let's take an hardware company, an IT hardware company. The users will be the staff. The influencer, of course, will be the IT manager. Eventually, in terms of this final decision making, it might be between the CTO, that's the Chief Technology Officer, or the CFO, and the CEO that might take final decision, because that at that strategic level, they'll be looking at the cost effectiveness. If a company is trying to keep costs down, it's going to be different from when they have a lot of money to spend. Say they're a startup that just received a new round of funding. So you need to mind all of that. Now, how does these things play out? In defining your profile and your persona, you have to be able to talk differently to this set of people in your sales funnel. So you see, you can't send the same kind of information that you send to a CEO to probably an influencer. So you need to be able to package different content to this different set of people. Still, for example, talking about IT. For the CTO, what you should be talking about will be around cost effectiveness, will be around how to maximize that hardware to be able to achieve their results. For a user, what you need to emphasize is the ubiquity, that means the ease of use, and how to really do so much and how to be efficient and work with that kind of hardware. So as an example. So let's go to business to consumer. For that, you just need to focus on the buyer's personas that you have within your business. In other words, you need to be able to profile your customer. Do they typically belong to the same age? Now, in an instance where they don't belong to the same age range or the same generation, that already has created a different persona and you need to talk to them differently. However, also, we need to know if you are a premium product or a mass market product, and you should be able to understand how your potential or your prospective customer makes their buying decision. So for example, if you're selling insurance, if you're an insurance company, the way you sell to a millennial or to somebody in his 40s will be different from the way you sell to somebody that is nearing retirement. So for example, they think differently. Somebody that is in his 40s is thinking of, how to expand, how to extend, how to take care of his family in case something bad happens. So, but for a 60-year-old, 60-something-year-old is nearing retirement if he has not even opted for early retirement in the first place. So one of the things you'll be talking about is how to live the best of his life without being a burden to his family members. How to be able to now take the vacation that he has always dreamt of. Ease, peace, and security. They need to understand that their future is secure. More so in the days where people are living longer than projected. The standard of living generally across the world has improved. So people are going to live more longer now than it used to be before. So you need to be able to segment according to geography, their age, their interest, their cybergraphics, which is how do they even relate on the internet. You need to be able to track their purchase journey. You need to be able to identify their key touch point. Where do they go for information when they are trying to make decision? In determining this persona, we need to know if your product requires complexity in decision making, or it's just maybe a fast moving consumer goods that people can just take a decision on the go. For example, even if you're a business to consumer, say for example somebody trying to buy an automobile, purchase journey, the inquiry journey will be different from somebody that is trying to buy maybe a wristwatch, depending on how expensive the wristwatch is. Anyway, you get my drift. So the whole idea is that you need to be able to understand all these people and choose the one that you think you can sell. Number one, internally you need to check your core competence. Do you have all your resources aligned, human resource, machineries, and all of these things to be able to attend properly, including customer service to these prospective customers or the existing customer. Externally, you need to check if that segment of the market is actually profitable and can lead to business sustainability, at least on the short and medium term basis. So you need to be able to do all of these things, and those are the kind of things that I think that if you put in place, you'll be able to choose customers that you can serve profitably. So guys, before we go, remember at the start of the video, I promised to tell you about 2 offers that we have currently at Emerald is Digital. The first one I would like to talk about is our email marketing solutions. It's very extensive. We have a database of over 3 million email addresses in Nigeria, structured by socioeconomic class, by gender, by states, and by area, so that you can do targeted campaign to your prospective audience. You might be asking me, does email marketing still works? It definitely still works because it allows for personalization. And with our knowledge of customer profile, we'll be able to get you the right set of audience to talk to. So you need to click the link below to make enquiries or send mail to info@emeraldhills.com.ng or call the numbers down this post. So you need to call, let us talk about what you want to achieve on a short-run basis. We can make it a retainer, which is a long-term basis. And we have an introductory offer, very affordable even for a typical micro or small business. So you need to call us today. Another thing that I think will interest you is our academy, Emerald is Digital Academy. We're offering a 3 hours free intense digital training at our facility. So you might also want to go to another link below to click on that in this post. Try and put in your name, your phone numbers, and we'll contact you. You'll come 3 hours intense and it's free. What are you waiting for? I will expect you to click the link. Guys, do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Emerald is Digital. So guys, I'll catch you on another episode of Digital Marketing Success. Thanks.